box from TBM with the parts that got tore up on the car whenever I wrecked it. This so far has been the largest purchase of all parts to fix it. And it come in a little box. But it damaged some pretty good stuff, so hopefully this is everything that is messed up. And the rest I can fix. There's both hubs, bearing packs, wheel studs, seals, because the seals and the bearings and stuff on the other ones were fine, but if we're putting new hubs on it, might as well get new everything. And then I'll have some spare bearings and stuff. Ta-da! So there's that. Get this stuff all put together and on the car. And then you got brake fittings or brake lines, bolts for the other parts that got bent. The rotors. So hopefully this is everything and everything works out good. Going back together and we don't have any more stuff that's messed up. I know I have one of the calipers, the fitting got ripped out of it, so I'm hoping there's enough thread there that I can get another fitting in, maybe run it a little deeper. So that's a big if. I'm hoping that's good and I don't have to get another caliper, because that will suck.
This one over here.
Sleepyhead.
She's been out for hours. Adult life is hard.
Seems to be the thing to do around here for females, take naps.
Well, somebody's got to stay on your butt. You're a little exhausting, sir.
I'm a little exhausted.
Oh, I know.
There's that from TBM. Little paint gasket. I don't remember what that is.
Just empty box, burn box.
Empty box, spare head gasket. The A-arms are in Columbus. I don't know if they're gonna get here today, but they should definitely be here tomorrow. Really need to get on the ball and start shipping bad parts out.
Actually, that's what I wanted to mention to you. Jeff's going to be at this race, so let's take your stuff to him there.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that he was going to be there tonight, I think, actually.
I'll just go ahead and message him on that.
Yeah, so, yay me, caught that.
Yeah.
So, Darren's over here, patiently waiting for me to fix his dinner. We've been busy trying to pack up for Katie. Did it shift?
Huh?
Did it shift?
I don't know what happened. I shifted it and it's like it went into neutral. But you can't go into neutral, so I know it shifted the wrong way. Like I pulled back and it's like it went into neutral. And I went ahead and went into high. But second gear worked coming down the thing. I don't know. Do not know.
Allie, it's over to you. All right, Hudson in the right lane. So far, 3 wins in the right lane.
Yeah, after running True Street Friday, we had some issues with the car. I was still nervous in it, but whenever I went to shift, it was like it went to neutral. So Saturday, talked to Billy, or actually I think it was Friday night. I talked to Billy, and we come up with, if I wanted to run it Saturday, there's a class there that we can put it in. I'm sure we'll put it in something. And looking around, like Radial fit the car, like it fit in Radial. So Saturday was a very busy day for me. I got up, took a shower, and came back home to work on the Raggedy Ann car, getting the firewall stripped and getting it ready to go to Kentucky. And then with that, I had to go back and then look over the 55. Had a few things we wanted to check out, and everything checked good. And a few things was check the transmission fluid for one, because it went into like a neutral at second, and check the linkages and the shifter cable and all that stuff to make sure everything was in place, everything was adjusted, and everything was. So just thinking when there's an issue, because that's what I try to do, I kind of flashed back a little and thought maybe the dipstick might be wrong, or the filter might be plugging up, or it might be running out of transmission fluid or something when it gets to second gear. So talked to Billy, and I wanted to add a half a quart just to see if it makes a difference. I still don't know if it did, but he said that he's on board with it, and let's do it. We added a half a quart. It was just over a half a quart of transmission fluid, and never had any more issues out of the transmission, other than you can hear in the videos. If you listen, you can hear it's not hitting the next gear real fast, but it still went into the next gear without issues. We didn't have any hiccups. So I don't know that fixed it, or if it was just one of those flukes. Billy had said that it happened one time with him on sick week, so it may just be it happened on me, and that was the time it happened, and didn't happen anymore. So Radial class, we go into it. I'm not 100% sure on this, but figured why not, right? Get to drive a 55 again. I did drive it down the road. I got a little bit more acquainted with it, and like first round come up, and everything worked like it was supposed to. It went down through, it hit the gears. Car is so smooth, it's pathetic. So we made it through first round, which was better than the night before, and we're going on to second round. I feel like that was the coolest car on the property. I may be wrong, but like I'm getting to drive the coolest car on the property. It was just like surreal, honestly. It's definitely the coolest car I've ever driven, and I can't not think about that constantly. So that is that. We make it to the second round. Like there's still time in between rounds, and Billy and I talk. He knows the car way better than I do. Watch the video, talk a little bit. I changed the nitrous ramp just a little bit. There's not really a whole bunch of adjusting on the car, so it's really, really simple. It's kind of nice not having to pull plugs every round, hook it up to the battery charger, check this, check that, adjust this, adjust that. It was just like pretty much pull it back, and it cools itself down to whatever it wants to get cooled down to. And you play with a nitrous ramp. It's got single adjustable shocks on the rear of it, and tire pressure. I mean, that's really about all you got. So watching the video, it looked like it needed more air pressure in the tires, so I put a little bit more air pressure in the tire. Played with the nitrous ramp just a little bit, didn't get crazy, didn't get aggressive, as that was honestly the first clean nitrous pass that it had made.
Now you had to buy this round. Why did you not pick the other lane? Because you were in the right lane the first round. Why did you not pick left? You just wanted more data in the right?
Because we knew what the pass was that it made in the right lane. Typically, if I know the car, I would have went in the other lane. but since we just made a pass and I made adjustments, I wanted to see if there was a difference, and you don't know if the other lane is going to react the same. And actually it didn't. Whenever I did get the left lane, it still run the same number. This car still run the same number, but it made its time up on different areas of the run. So that's why we went in the same lane, because we wanted to repeat the pass and see if we was going in the right direction, making the right choices. So we go into the buy and make the buy. It does pick up. It's still really hard on the tire, but it makes a pass. So now we're making consistent passes, and it's doing consistently what it should be doing. So next round, like, add a little bit more power, bring the nitrous in a little faster, leave on a little bit more, added air pressure, and go out. Makes a full pass again. Like, we're going rounds now. It's not just erratic. It's not a fluke. Like, we're actually going round. So this would be our first pass in the left lane. And this is where I noticed, like, after this, I noticed where it was, the two lanes were different. And I left the same tune-up with minor adjustments. I didn't go crazy because we was getting another lane. So I did get a little bit more on the nitrous ramp, and a half a pound of air pressure is what I put in it. Car made a good smooth pass, and like, we was able to come out ahead and move to the next round. All right, so now we're in the semifinals. There's 25 cars in this class, which is a rather large radial class. There was 25 cars, and we made it to the semifinals in a car that I've essentially never made a clean nitrous pass in until that day, and had only driven it. Only had four pass attempts before that day. So I'm ecstatic. Like, I was happy just to drive the car, and now we're in the semifinals with it. It's just like, it's wild. It's crazy. Still nervous every pass though. I don't want to tear that car up, but got black Malibu. We've got kind of the same setups. I think he had just a few more cubic inches. It's still big block, 400 turbo, 1 kit of nitrous, and he's spraying more. So I'm a little nervous on this one. Don't let it bother me. Do the same stuff every time. I did play with the ramp a little bit on this and added more tire pressure. Still hadn't made any adjustments to the shocks. So we do our burnouts. We stage, let go of the button, and the car goes. It hits the next gear. It hits the next gear. I don't see the Malibu. We make it through. We are now in the finals with the 55 at Cash Days at the Hill 2024. So here we're in the finals, so there's money at stake now. And I can't remember how it all went, but I thought I was racing a different car for the longest time. I thought I was racing the car that put me out the night before. And it wasn't. It was his buddy, I believe. But still yet pretty much the same color car, LS turbo, Mustang, Fox body. So I know what they're capable of. And like, they flat out told me what they was running, and I didn't believe it. Like, we're gonna find out anyway, but I mean, I know it's possible, but is he actually doing that? And we go up, we go to race and everything, and yeah, I'm pretty sure he was. Like, he beat me pretty good. The car's quick, and it is what it is. We made it there. We did do a little bit of a split, so we got to come home with money. 55, making cash. It was just a great weekend overall. The people there helping were awesome. Can't thank them enough all the way around.
feel like we did Street Racing Channel proud?
I hope we did. If we didn't, it wasn't for a lack of trying. I said that the Friday night deal, I was a little discouraged because at first I didn't know if I did something wrong. Like, I'm going up the hill, it had second gear, so then I'm still trying to go up the hill, and I'm trying to hit neutral, see if maybe I shifted into neutral, because it is reverse and there's no way to with the shifter. It's not going forward into neutral. You got to pull it back because it locks it out. You got to pull the lever and go forward to get it into neutral. I kind of slowed down, stopped, put it in second going up the hill to see if it was there, if it was going to free rev coming down the hill. I put it in second. Like, second was there, it just wasn't when I shifted it, and made me think I was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, what the hell just happened? And it took me a second to figure it out. The car I was racing was fast, but he didn't make a good pass. Had it went into the next gear, I believe it would have been a different outcome, but it didn't. We both had problems. He made the best of his problems. I just wasn't expecting it, and that's kind of, if I would have, there's so many ifs, what ifs, or whatever, but had it went to the second gear, went to neutral, and I went straight to high, I believe I would have been able to pull around him, because the backside of his pass, he was all over the place. The car's fast. That car that I was racing first round Friday night's fast. But KD Dragway, it equalizes a lot of stuff, so the slower cars do have a chance, and that was a prime example of, if the 55 made a good pass, it had a chance to move on against a car that was, I mean, honestly, capable of going well over a second faster than it. So
as Saturday night progressed, I started noticing Billy and Tommy became extremely busy with their rounds and Molly's rounds. So halfway through Saturday night, our crew kind of took over lining up and the duties.
That's what I'm saying. I can't thank them enough for stepping up. They were there. They stepped up, did what they needed to do. I know at one point, like, Billy was so busy, I'd go over to talk to him, see he's busy, and just not really try to interfere. But and then he told me just whatever I think it needs. I think he said whatever you want to do, you know what you're doing, or something like that. So that's whenever I kind of just took over and started trying things, kind of without consulting him and taking a chance of possibly knocking a tire off or making the wrong choice. We didn't in the finals. I will say I did add a little bit off the hit, and it hurt it. It slowed down. The finals was a slower pass than the 3 before it, but by no means was we beating that Mustang. So no matter what we did, we wasn't going to beat him.
Also, before the finals, there was an issue with, we didn't have purge, right? Yeah,
it didn't purge in the finals.
Billy had to come over and work on that.
Got it to purge in the pits, but whenever I went to purge it out on the line, it wouldn't do it again. So there's something going on there. I don't know if the solenoid's getting weak and locking up, or if it's a wiring issue, or I don't know what the deal is there. But yeah, it definitely wouldn't purge. And that may have softened the hit enough for it to not move out like it should have. So that's kind of where we're at. We made it to the finals. We still couldn't get a plaque from Cash Days at the Hill. That's 2 Cash Days at the Hills, 2 finals. Hadn't been able to pull it off yet. So.
And next year they're going to have 2 of them there.
2 different classes, 2 different cars. And then next year, they're having 2, so we'll have 2 chances. But small tire was fast this year.
Yes, it was.
It was fast this year.
Yep.
Not saying it wasn't fast last year. It was fast last year, but it looked like it was pretty fast this year. So I think everybody's getting faster, and we're definitely going to have to figure something out and step our game up.
Some days it's just like that. Loading up to go to Kentucky. It's just me and him. Sitting a lot better today. I took the anti-roll bar off. guess it was bent pretty bad.
Raggedy Ann. Shut the air off here.
Proceed to the route.
Shush. Perfect. Not real sure where I'm supposed to go, but we're about to find out.
So, Raggedy Ann made it to Kentucky safely Sunday.
Yep, Raggedy Ann is at Performance Works in Kentucky, Noah Hensley. And he is going to attempt to work some magic, miracles, and make shit happen. And it sounds like he's going to try to do it. He's got a goal. He set a goal, so he's going to try to make it happen kind of in a hurry, but also he wants to make sure that nothing's missed and everything is at its best of quality. So however long it takes, there's nothing we can do about that. We do not want a car that something's missed on, and he does not want to put anything out that something's missed on. So we're seeing eye to eye there. Awesome guy, went down, dropped the car off, and he has a good plan of action, and I can't wait to see how it all comes along and what all he does. But he's definitely got some work ahead of him, and I have all the faith in the world that he's going to do a great job. Seeing the stuff he does, like just all around, not just chassis work, but with the body and the cars and the fab, and the man is extremely talented, or the guys in his shop and himself. I can't wait to see what happens with it. He's got some ideas, I've got some ideas, and hopefully they all mix and match and come together perfect. So that's kind of where we're at.
So we are off home this weekend. Why the car is in Kentucky, we do have some projects that we'll work on to give you some content.
Hopefully.
We still plan to be at Uncaged. We're not sure what our attendance there will look like yet. So you'll just have to keep watching for that and see what we decide to do. But we will be...
got a couple weeks.
Yeah. 2 weekends, 3 weekends, something like that for Uncaged. But we will be working on cars. So you'll get to see some videos of that.
Yeah. I got all kinds of shit to work on, guys.
So
I'm only one guy, though. It makes it rough.
Yeah, we might get the crew over here one day and do some work on the turbo car. We'll see how that works out. But as always, thanks for everybody that stopped by to see us this past weekend. I know our video is a little late getting out to you this week. We've been catching up on yard work and sleep because we weren't doing a whole lot of that, and some other things around here. So we will have another video out probably sometime next week for you, next weekend. So we'll get you in before the end of the month, and if anything comes along that we're going to be at, we will post a live up and let you know.
Thanks, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, family, enemies, whatever you can do.